See there. I mean, sometimes, but you know, that's that Atlanta stuff. Sometimes we get cheated out here.
But
guys.
look, in all fairness,
Come on.
it like Dominique got cheated, but we have to be real about the situation. Be Rich, will you plead B-High? He might know. Will you tell B-High where that dunk contest was held?
In Chicago.
Chicago.
So we already know it wasn't gonna be fair.
Yeah.
We already know it wasn't gonna be fair.
But see, my
Like,
real
we
question,
already know it wasn't gonna be fair.
My real question is, why wasn't Dominique on the Dream Team? See, that's the issue that I
Dominique definitely should have been
Why
on the
was he
Dream
not
Team.
on the Dream Team?
So that was a lot to say because they put Scottie Pippen over him and some other people, which at that time, Scottie Pippen was nowhere near holding a counter to Dominique as far as stats.
But Jordan going, I guess they had to take his running mate.
They managed to put Christian Laettner on there.
Man, I don't know, for some reason.
And he was in college.
But for some reason, man, when it comes to Atlanta players, from Trae Young to Dominique Wilkins to other people, only person that wasn't like that was Vic. Vic was like, they gave him his due.
Yeah.
Dion.
Dion
you had to give him.
Yeah, Dion as well.
Yeah.
But for some reason with the basketball, man, like Trae Young don't get his just due. He gets left off of things, and Dominique did as well, man.
I think it has more to do with if you come from an organization that is tied to a perspective of losing.
Yeah.
The players don't get the respect. How many players from Cleveland have we got a lot of respect before LeBron? I'm just talking about we just break down Cleveland.
I seen Brad Daugherty, Craig Elo.
But I'm talking about being herald players and held up like that. When
Dominique wasn't really losing like that. He had to play against Chicago
and Boston,
Boston and New York.
Look,
and them 4 teams right there.
Hey, look, that's true. But I'm just saying the Hawks have a perception out there with people that it's a losing franchise. And I think when you come from that, until you turn it around and get the championships, unfortunately, I think the players suffer.
Yeah.
Dominique had respect from like Magic Johnson,
all the players,
Dominique and all that. But for some reason, man, the media or whoever the coaches was, like even when the great Lenny Wilkins came here, him and Dominique had beef. That's why he got traded.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, look, Larry Bird came and spoke at the man the man statue ceremony.
Yeah.
Wow.
Larry, you know what I mean? So that like when you hear the way these players talk about Larry Bird, how much of a trash talker Larry Bird was, right? To know Larry Bird took time to come and speak on behalf of Dominique Wilkins at his statue being unveiled. Man, you already know the respect that he had. You know what I mean? Because he could have easily brushed him off as he just a dunker, but they let you know. And I heard Charles Barkley say one time they showed him getting dunked on.
Yeah.
And they were laughing in the studio. And he said, like, Magic was there, so Magic didn't laugh like everybody else. He was like, I don't know what y'all think is funny. That's Dominique Wilkins coming down the lane full speed. I got out his way. Exactly. I got clean out of his way. I mean, so the players, they respected Dominique.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? But it's just that perception, league-wise, and more importantly, who the league want to sell tickets to, right?
Come on, man.
They want to sell tickets to the fans, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's the Olympics or not. So if the fans have a perception that you're a player that come from losing, unfortunately, you get lumped into that.
Wow.
And to me, you don't. This is just my perspective. This is just Trey's perspective, y'all. Yeah. Until you start winning. Yeah. Until you start winning, I think it happens to fall on the players. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because look at the Clippers. How many players with the Clippers get the respect like that?
I can't remember one Clipper from the 80s.
I'm gonna tell you one Clipper who got respect over the last 15 years, Kawhi Leonard. But before he got there, before Kawhi Leonard got there, what did Kawhi Leonard do? He had already won 2 rings.
That's true.
He was looked at as a champion.
Yeah.
Even when Blake Griffin was there, they liked Blake, but they never thought their teams could win.
Yeah.
Like even when they had Lob City, it was exciting, but nobody believed that I didn't even believe they were gonna win a championship. Oh yeah, they gonna lose. And so that's what happens from the outside to our teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we inside of it, so we get emotional about it.
Can we give a shout out to Dikembe Mutombo?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dikembe, man. I mean, yes. Sir.
Yeah, we were, man.
Oh, damn, for real?
Yeah, man.
But anyway, shout out to Dikembe Mutombo for Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for trying to make the people think that we're not thinking about Mutombo.
No.
And just so you know, we put out a whole Mutombo tribute on Tuesday.
That's right.
With an original song that we created.
That's hard.
Yeah.
You might want to pay attention to the show you work with, sir.
This man don't even know what we putting out, man.
Look at him.
I never seen a black man turn red.
Hey, but no, seriously though, like, yeah, man, we lost the great Mutombo. We lost the great Mutombo. Yeah. Mutombo, like, not only was a great player, when he passed, a lot of things I didn't know about him. I never took the time to like research Mutombo. Yeah. I just knew about him basketball wise. Yeah. Apparently, like Mutombo did a lot of good things as far as in different communities, especially over in his home country and different things that he's done. So shout out to him, man, to be able to take the time and take the gifts that he was given and then help them be able to bless other people.
Exactly.
I was looking back at the highlights we put together, man, and I didn't appreciate Mutombo when he was here.